warahmatullahi wabarakatuh to Madam Afla and my fellow friends. Have a nice day. My name is Yasmin Sraya binti Ramli and I am looking forward to present about United Kingdom economy on 2020 and 2021. The unemployment rate shown a good sign since the unemployment rate in United Kingdom for September 2021 has dropped to 4.3%, which was the lowest rate since December 2020. This is because after the cases subsided, the government allowed business to operate as usual. So, during the period of growth, output rises and increasing the demand for all labor. Next, we can see that the gross domestic product shown a good result as the GDP rate is expected to increase by 1.60% in 2021 compared to 2020. This is because the economy in United Kingdom is rising and the nation is moving forward to recover from pandemic COVID-19. Then, the income per capita in United Kingdom. The income per capita in United Kingdom expected to increase $41,100 in 2021 compared to 2020. It showed a good result due to the service sector, especially in the accommodation and food industry, where output rose by 87.6% in quarterly terms as it is reopened from lockdown. Does the government give incentive during this pandemic? Let's check it out. In 2020, the government confirms €10 million new funding to boost tourism in England for renewal and recovery as to help the businesses in tourist destinations to access support of up to €5,000. So, the number of outbound visits from the United Kingdom fell dramatically in 2020 over the previous year due to the coronavirus COVID-19. The vacations abroad decreased from nearly to roughly 14 million in 2020. However, after the incentive, the outbound travel increases to 23.8 million. Moreover, in 2020, the Department for Education gave a one-off €302 million recovery premium for state primary and secondary school, building on the people premium to further support people who need it most. They will receive around €6,000 extra and the average secondary school around 22,000 extra. So, spending on private education for children declined 4.4% on 2020 amid the fallout of the pandemic. Total expenditure on private education for primary, middle, and high school students amounted to $104 million, down 8%. However, in 2021, the number of elementary and secondary school students rose 16% to 170 million. Furthermore, in 2020, the Department for Business, Energy and Industrial Strategy announced a coronavirus/business interruption loan scheme involves a government guarantee of 80% to enable banks to make loans of up to 25 million that firms with a turnover of more than 250 million can borrow up to 50 million from lenders. So, as we can see, the total value of UK manufacturers' product sales was $358.7 billion in 2020, fall at 10.8%. However, in 2021, after the incentive been announced, manufacturing production reaching an all-time high of 41.70% in the third quarter of 2021. Now, let's see how the incentive for industry. Firstly, we take a look at the incentive for the industry. Alright, the first one is bed and breakfast accommodation in United Kingdom. In 2020, there is that grant plus for B&B grants of 4,000 rebate available to B&Bs that the grant allocation is designed to assist B&B owners with the cost of reopening and operating their businesses. So, as we can see, in 2020, the market size of B&B is 1.37 billion, down from 2.36 billion from the previous year. Meanwhile, after the incentive given, the sector was increased to 3.1%, which €1.68 billion. Other than that, in 2020, Navin Corporation introduced the rate reduction program as the program reduced interest rate for a 6-month period. As a result, the monthly payment also temporarily reduced. So, in 2020, the revenue of Navin Corporation has decreased to 10%, which $3,728 million from the previous year. However, in 2021, the revenue of Navin Corporation has increased to 16% after the incentive been announced. Next, in 2020, Unilever will offer €500 million of cash flow relief to support livelihood across its extended value chain as to extend credit to selected small-scale retail customers whose business relies on Unilever to help them manage and protect jobs. So, what we can see from this? In 2021, Unilever was reported underlying sales growth of 5.4% to 25.8 billion with a 4% volume increase compared to the year 2020, which the sale was down to 2.9. What about the incentive to the individual? Let's check it out. Firstly, in 2020, a 10 million voucher scheme will be launched by the National Lottery this autumn to encourage trips beyond the peak summer season as they having the chance to claim voucher to redeem at tourist attractions across the United Kingdom. As we can see in 2020, the inbound tourism declines at 31% on 2020. However, in 2021, the latest entry scenario for inbound tourism is for 7.7 million visits and 6.9 billion euro to be spent by inbound tourists, representing growth of 11% on previous year after the incentive been announced. Furthermore, National Tutoring Program announced that more than 1 million laptops and tablets to the most disadvantaged children and young people across the country as a part of €400 million government investment. So, as we can see in 2020, there are only 5% students that are reached by the government since some of them have no online facilities and lack of knowledge about online learning. Meanwhile, after the incentive given, the government has reached more than 10% of the students across the United Kingdom that registered to the National Tutoring Program. Next, in 2020, the government announced extra resources to assist those struggling to pay their tax liabilities and in financial distress as to help those struggling with a cash flow and allow those who enter into arrangements to spread liabilities on over a pre-agreed period. So, what we can see is, in 2020, the sale of manufacturing is declined, the most falling 13.1 billion, which is 24.9% to 39.5 billion. However, in 2021, after the incentive given, the sale of manufacturing has increased to 2.9% a year. Okay, that's all for me. Thank you, take care and stay safe.